COVID-19 guidelines, and what that means is that still no fans are allowed inside the stadium. It's very cold and breezy. Winter has hit or in friendlies. So about to get underway. If you're unfamiliar with the two sides, Lewes at home here at the Dripping Pan in the red and black, and Coventry, the visitors, are all in green. Afternoon here in Sussex. And first officials and players kneeling in solidarity with the Black Lives Matters movement. Lewes, of course, spearheading a number of applause-worthy campaigns, including paying their men and women the same and supporting last season equal FA Cup prize money as well. Coventry get us underway. Have to help out as ball personnel in a sparse stadium, or we're going to get a few delays in the game. Scuffed shot there, well wide from Shannon O'Brien, who scored against London Bees last year, will take this corner. Rude going short, but she's just a decoy drilled into the near post, and it's not entirely cleared. And then the scuffed shot and a goal, and no flag goes up, and Lewes take the lead. Referee is just wandering over here to remind Lewes to get back into their half. Rianne cleverly with the final touch. Look out for Nikki Miles. She's the threat from the back. It's looped up and it's quite well dealt with on that occasion by Saunders. And then it's scuffed harmlessly over the bar. Saunders, 27-year-old goalkeeper who has leaks corner high and looping. That's a wise tactic, and there's confusion at the back post. But eventually the referee signals that it will be Coventry ball. And now Shannon O'Brien getting between the two defenders and fuming that she hasn't been given the foul and thus the penalty. As Anna Wilcox again is being targeted, and Lewes have had a bit of joy by doing that. Merrick, who was injured but is now moving freely. That looks like a well-weighted ball to the far right-hand side. And then it's looped in, looking to take advantage of the wind. Oh, and that's a error, and the ball's ended up in the back of the net, but it's going to be a push on Tatiana Saunders. After it, there looked to be a handball as well, and then the ball fell into the back of the net. Referee, though, determining that Saunders, who was floundering a little bit, was fouled. Got to be honest, it looked a little bit soft to me, but it's been given, and the goal does not stand. Now an opportunity for Lewes at the other end to have a sucker punch. Here's Timms with good pace away from Miles, but can only cross into the side netting. Donovan had made an enterprising run. Thunderous challenge by Sather in central midfield, and play continues. Rude with really neat footwork. Timms does well to control the ball and hold it up. There's plenty of green shirts back, but she lays it off to Sammy Quayle. Can Lewes get another one right before half-time? Dangerous ball in. Rude with the header. Did well to climb above Miles, but couldn't quite get enough power to challenge Susan Wood. To Tim Cahill at Everton. Merrick's delivery, not the best in truth, but she manages to pick up the rebound, and that's a good ball in, and there was Miles with the header, and Tatiana Saunders has to deal with it and fingertip it over the bar. Nobody picking up the centre-back for the visitors. Didn't really get enough power or direction on it, though. And goal had very little to do. Barely saw anything of the danger woman Sharon O'Brien, wearing 9 for Coventry. Katie Rude for Lewes, looking to utilise her pace. She's got space to have a crack here. A nice idea, but at a good height and not quite as much power as she'd have hoped for. Ones if you want. I mean, we're not going to be judging, but use social media if you can, at Lewes Women. Alternatively, at Jacobs Ben, if you would like a personal shout out, although in about 5 minutes time I'll come back to that, as here is O'Brien, and Tatiana Saunders does well to make the save. Possibly could have dived on the ball and stopped possession being given back to Coventry. What I was saying earlier is, if you want a personal shout out as well, you can tweet me at Jacobs Ben. Here's Hughes, the substitute. Put that into quite a dangerous area. Gauntlet picks it up, and then it's speculatively and harmlessly looped over the bar. Opportunistic finish. Katie Morris, the other substitute, who came on after just 38 minutes. Hughes dangerously delivered, but no one had actually made a cutting run to the near post for Coventry, so in the end Tatiana Saunders could make a simple save. Quickly taken, and Lewes have just turned off momentarily, and the dangerous slide inside the box, but luckily nothing is given, and now it's into a really dangerous area. O'Brien with the shot. Crucial foot in there by Cousins. It's a drilled shot, and it's well held by Tatiana Saunders. To Palace in the Conti Cup. Home to Blackburn as well is coming up in October. And then a difficult away trip to Sheffield United as Gauntlet with a little bit of space here. And then the curling shot from Merrick was well watched and at a good height for Tatiana Saunders. Wilcox storming down the line and then running, by the looks of things, straight into Danny Lane. And then a long range effort which Saunders takes no chances with from Gauntlet. I told you earlier, Gauntlet likes to hit them, and in this kind of weather, maybe 2.5 minutes remaining. Merrick's corner, Coventry seeking an equaliser. It bounces around in the box, and then the snapshot by Weston, and it's well held by Tatiana Saunders. And hopefully, from the Rook's point of view, that's the last chance of the game. Merrick with the corner. Miles is up, Gauntlet is up. It's a dangerous ball in as well. Lewes half clear, and then Griffin fires the ball away, and that's that. Lewes hold on. Lewes deserve a win. Lewes start their 2020-21 season with a home victory at the Dripping Pan. Rhian Cleverley's early goal is the difference between the sides. I should just point out that in that last melee there's a couple of players that are sadly still down with head injuries, so more importantly we hope that they're okay. They certainly seem to be. But it's an excellent performance all round for Lewes. At the back, they were resilient. They shut Coventry out and frustrated them. And at the other end, Rhian Cleverley's opportunistic finish early on, the difference between the sides. A lot of the chances for Lewes came in the first half. They could have had a penalty, and they had a certain amount of joy down the left-hand side without necessarily too much of a final product. In truth, neither goalkeeper was really that busy. And then in the second half, it was just very strong defensive play, particularly again down that left-hand side. Katie Rood tracking back, Ellie Leake doing well in midfield, and for me anyway, Sophia Rook, the woman of the match, excellent all afternoon, snuffing out all that danger from a number of difficult and pacey attackers from Coventry United that never really got into the game because of how well she played. So it finishes here at the Dripping Pan. Lewes 1, Coventry United 0.